Imagine if a robot could catch your fish, sort your fish, cook your fish, and politely remind you to stop binge eating fish popsicles at 3 a.m. Welcome to AI and automation, where the smartest minds in the colony taught machines how to do our jobs, so we could nap longer. But don't worry, it's not just about replacing flippers with wires. There's more to it, a lot more. Let me explain what AI and automation really mean, using fish, obviously. Because if you can't explain it with fish, should you even explain it at all? All right, so what even is AI and automation? Let's start with automation. Imagine you build a fish scooping machine. Every morning, it waddles to the river, scoops fish, and dumps them into your bucket. No questions asked. You used to do it yourself, flipper sore, back aching. But now, you just push a button. That's automation. Machines doing the repeating stuff for you. Now add AI, artificial intelligence. That's when the machine starts thinking a little. It learns your favorite fish, avoids catching the ones with bones, and one day politely suggests you try kelp for fiber. AI isn't wizardry, it's just pattern recognition. Penguins feed it data, 1,000 pictures of fish, and it starts to predict which ones are tasty, or dangerous, or extinct. It doesn't know what a fish is, but it learns to act like it does. Think of automation as building a robot flipper. Think of AI as teaching that flipper to decide which fish to slap. Together, you get a super efficient decision-making fish bot. It never sleeps, never forgets, and never asks for vacation. It just works. And it's not just fishing. Penguins use AI to sort ice cubes, manage inventories, write fish poetry, even predict when the next iceberg will break. AI and automation are like giving your tools a tiny brain, or at least a really impressive memory. They don't replace thinking, but they replace a lot of doing. So if you've ever wondered how a penguin could run a fish empire in their sleep, you're looking at it. So why did penguins start using AI and automation in the first place? Simple. We were tired. Fishing is cold, wet, and repetitive. Sorting through slippery sardines all day, not exactly glamorous. Penguins dreamed of a life where machines handled the grunt work so we could do more important things, like napping, or inventing fish-based cryptocurrency. Automation started as a convenience, conveyor belts that didn't complain, machines that scooped, sorted, and sealed things faster than a flipper ever could. But then came data, mountains of it. How many fish were caught, how many were spoiled, how many tasted weird. Penguins realized, if we can teach a machine to see patterns in this fish madness, maybe it can make decisions too. And that's how AI waddled in. We didn't want smarter fish bots just for fun. We wanted efficiency. We needed to predict when a fishing spot would dry up. We wanted to know which penguins were slacking off in the ice factory. We dreamed of self-driving sleds that wouldn't crash into narwhals. AI promised optimization, fewer mistakes, faster service, cleaner spreadsheets. And let's be honest, less talking to coworkers. Even small colonies got in on it. A fish market with one penguin and an AI cash register could suddenly outcompete a full squad of sleepy flipper workers. So we didn't adopt AI because we love robots. We did it because the math made sense. Less fish wasted, more fish earned, fewer fishy errors. We gave machines the work, and sometimes the credit. But in the rush to automate, we forgot to ask, what happens when the fish bots start doing everything? All right, so we built the bots. We taught them to fish, sort, sell, and schedule. Now let's talk about what they're actually replacing. First up, repetition. If your job involves doing the same fishy thing every day, plop, scoop, stack, repeat, a robot can probably do it better, and faster, and colder. So the first to go? Fish sorters, ice stackers, flipper typists. Even the penguin at the checkout stand who beeped every sardine, gone. Replaced by a smiling touchscreen with fish icons. Next, decisions that follow patterns. AI is great at if this, then that. Like, if the temperature drops below freezing and fish inventory is low, restock from the South Colony. That used to take 3 penguins and a team meeting. Now, one line of code. Even fish journalism got hit. AI can write headlines, summarize fishing reports, and generate polite rejection letters for your fish haiku. Customer service? Automated? Sled delivery routes? Automated. Even colony budgeting? Yep, some penguins let AI handle the fish math now. It's not just physical jobs, it's knowledge work too. If it's predictable, trackable, and rule-based, the machine can do it. And it doesn't need lunch. That doesn't mean all penguins get fired, but a lot get repositioned, as in, we no longer need your flippers in this role. What we used to call jobs, machines now call functions. And once you become a function, you're replaceable. So yeah, AI and automation don't just take over factories. They slip into inboxes, meeting rooms, even your art studio, and start catching fish faster than you ever did. And they don't even smell like salmon afterward. Now, before you waddle off in a panic, let's be clear. AI and automation can do a lot, but they're not unstoppable fish overlords. Yet, there are still things they can't replace, like curiosity, intuition, that weird gut feeling you get when a fish just smells off, even though the scanner says it's fine. Machines are great at patterns, but creativity? That's trickier. Ask an AI to invent a new type of fish, and it'll probably give you something with 8 eyes and a questionable mustache. Penguins, real ones, are messy, emotional, irrational. We daydream. We panic over ice melt that hasn't even happened. We write songs about heartbreak and krill. That kind of unpredictable, deeply personal, flipper-flailing behavior? AI doesn't do that. It can mimic emotion. It can remix your art, but it doesn't feel. It also doesn't do ethics. If you train an AI to optimize fish distribution, it might send all the fish to the wealthiest colony, because that's efficient. But is it fair? That question needs a penguin, not a program. And let's not forget trust. We still want a real penguin to tell us everything's going to be okay, or at least to pretend to care when the bots delete our entire ice spreadsheet. So no, AI can't replace what makes us penguin. It can copy, assistants suggest. But it doesn't dream, laugh, or regret eating 10 anchovies in one sitting. The future may be automated, but heart, grit, that irrational need to sculpt a giant fish from snow just because you can, still us. So now that the bots are here, the fish are sorted, and half the colony's jobs have been outsourced to wires. What happens next? That depends on what kind of penguin you are. Some penguins panic. They see AI as the end of work, a future where only the bots get fish and everyone else eats snow cones and cries. But other penguins, they adapt. They learn to work with the machines. They become fish strategists, AI trainers, robot whisperers. The key isn't to compete with the bots. You'll lose. It's to do what bots can't. Be curious. Be weird. Connect dots no one else sees. Automation will keep growing. Factories, delivery routes, penguin banking apps, more efficient every year. AI will get better, faster, eerier. But that doesn't mean the colony disappears. It changes. We might have fewer traditional jobs, but maybe we get more time, more creativity, more weird fish startups built from nothing but imagination and some leftover seaweed. We'll need to rethink what work means, what value means. We may even need to rebuild parts of the colony to make sure everyone gets fish, even if they're not punching in every day. And yeah, some penguins will resist. Others will ride the wave, but either way, the wave is coming. The question isn't, will AI replace you? It's, will you learn to surf the fish wave or get swept under it? Because in the future, it's not fish versus flipper. It's fish plus code. And the penguins who thrive, they'll know how to speak both. So now you know, AI isn't some spooky robot uprising. It's just a smarter way to catch fish, until it starts writing your resume better than you can. The future isn't about fighting the bots. It's about figuring out where your flippers still matter. So stay curious, stay weird, teach the bots how to help, not replace your fishy brilliance. And if you liked learning about machines from a penguin in a suit, go ahead and subscribe. Because trust me, even in the age of automation, the internet still needs you, and maybe one confused bird with a microphone.